Hopefully you can hear me well because I can't talk too loud. Having more than a couple issues at the same time, but hence the point of the video. Up until this morning, I felt like I was literally just struggling through life. Everything is a challenge. Unless something's easy, or if I'm just hanging out, kicking it like nothing's going on, then everything seemed to present itself as a challenge. Things have changed this morning. I don't know if you call it a revelation or what, but today's different than other days. I'm not complaining. I'm not whining. I'm not upset about the situation that I'm even in anymore. Well, maybe a tiny bit, but way, way less. I watched Jesse Lee for some time, and I called in this morning to the show for the very first time, and I got in as if they expected me. I heard the last not even minute of the lady talking before me, and then Jesse got on the phone with me. He pretty much just reiterated everything that I already know or knew, but I guess it took him reiterating it to really have it sink in. Hence the point of, socializing with other brothers or other like-minded, faithful people, like Brother Adam said. So many people look at everything as a struggle, and then it's annoying for some people who have it way harder to see life as enjoyable, whatever, because someone else has got it better. But that's something else we need not do, is compare ourselves to people. There's not really a comparison. Can't compare yourself to other people. You have to live your life and your life alone. You have to focus on the positive. You have to focus on God. I don't know what the difference is between the devil taunting you or your own mind messing with you and you just being a human being lacking faith, but one of those two things tries to keep you down constantly. I'm going to try my hardest to not let that work on me anymore. I'm going to deny what's going on. I'm going to deny my human ailments and my human brain that deals with these things, and just look at everything as more positive. As long as you're still alive and breathing air, there's a chance for anything to happen. I believe I'm going to get healed. I just believe that God's going to do it in His time. I'm in His hands. This is His life, not mine. So if I do something to disrupt it, then I'm not pleasing God. I'm not serving Him anymore. Not that He caused this or even allowed this to happen, but now that it has happened, only He can bring me through it. Only He can save me. Only He can heal me. I nor anyone on the face of this plane can do otherwise. Life is really awesome. It's all you have, so I don't know why you would judge it so harshly about being bad and negative and just having it rough all the time when this is awesome. Like that stupid movie City Angels, where Nicolas Cage basically gave up being an angel just to live one day, basically, or maybe a couple days on Earth and fall in love with someone. Well, the premise is kind of dumb, and then you got angels having sex out of wedlock. But if you take some of the negative, not godly things, out of it, it's just interesting because that's probably a fact. There's probably a lot of angels that would enjoy being here on Earth, enjoy being here in a place that God made especially for special people called humans, which started with Adam and Eve. I'm sure they'd love that. We should love that. We should love the home that God gave us. We should love the blessings that He gave us. We should see our glasses half full or all the way full. Even though my arms don't work anymore and I can't walk, there's still so many other aspects of life that I need to really enjoy and not take for granted and not blow off because I'm upset about one thing. Easier said than done, but I'm changing my mind. God's changing my mind. My brothers and sisters are helping change my mind. God is with you. If you want Him with you, He can be with you. If you ignore Him enough and you push Him away, eventually He loves you so much that He will leave you alone and do what you ask. He also loves you so much that He'll do what you ask. If He sees fit, obviously, which if you see fit, then He probably does too. Because if you don't ask, you can't receive. And God gives you what you want usually. It's just a ploy of the devil or the world or your own mind pushing things away that you should have. Pushing things away so that you forget what's really good in life. If you're groveling and grumbling and murmuring about every negative thing, you'll miss so many blessings. I know all these things I'm saying has been repeated so many times, but again, sometimes it takes somebody else just reiterating these things for you to take it a certain way. Or it's kind of like watching a movie when you're younger and then watching it later. You get a little bit more out of it, or you get different stuff out of it. Your mind's different, you perceive things different, you conceptualize things different, and because you're different, sometimes you need a different perspective to see what you were missing. Sometimes you need someone else to point out something that you couldn't see before, even though it was right in front of you, or something that you thought you did see, but you just didn't interpret it the right way, or you didn't appreciate it to its fullest. It's like someone with a disease not as bad as ALS, just feeling so beat down and worn and helpless and useless and disregarded and unloved. And then someone with ALS is like, I wish I had that. And then it kind of puts that person into perspective, like, what I have isn't that bad. But again, you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, maybe, or at least not on a positive type note, like, see, someone else is doing better than me, or someone else is this. You can make your glass half full instead of half empty and say, see how much I have, see how much God has done for me, see how much I actually have to look forward to. Have, not have nots. When you focus on what you don't have, you focus on emptiness. You're focusing on make believe. I need to continually, every day, just about struggle to focus on positivity, to focus on what I do have, the fact that I'm still alive, the fact that I'm breathing in, breathing good air, and God's taking care of me. He actually loves me. He loves all of you, or He wouldn't have made you. It's the fact that you're even here is a miracle that hundreds and thousands of people have got together through the course of when life began, that they all made it specifically, millions of cells and all kinds of things had to accumulate in certain spaces and certain times for you to even be here. It's a miracle that you're even here. It's literally a miracle that you're here. So many other people have already come and gone that they would love to take your place. So if you don't enjoy this life, you're doing yourself and anyone that's not here a disservice. I don't know if most of all you're doing yourself a disservice or most of all you're doing God a disservice. I don't think you're doing God a disservice because He made this for you. So if you don't enjoy it, then I guess that's on you. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're not living up to your own expectations. You're not living your own life what it could actually be. You know, I tried comparing myself to other people that have the same disease as me and say, what gives? I've had this for a year. You've had this for 5 or 6 and you're doing better than me. What is better? Physically? Is physical better? So is someone that's way weaker than someone better? Is someone that doesn't have any arms and legs or someone with arms and legs better? No. Just because you're taller or bigger or smarter or whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody's better than anybody else. We all get the same chance. We're all from the same being. It's God. God made all of us. There was literally a spark of light in your mother's womb when you were created. That was God touching that. That was God touching you and breathing life in you as if He, as He did with Adam. He made you. He made you. And you're in His image. Which is why the devil hates you. But that's okay. I thank God that He made me. Thank God that the devil hates me. I thank God that I have this ALS. I need to be grateful rather than sorry about it, and crying about it, and pitying myself, and pitying people around me, and stressing people out around me. Talked to Jesse Lee this morning. It was a really good thing. Again, he told me stuff that I already knew, but I guess when you have another brother to I guess bounced off of, or that's why God gave us all of each other so that we can edify each other, which is a good thing. Most of my life, either myself, again, I don't know what the difference is because one of my other brothers, Daniel, says that we give the devil too much credit. We say, oh, the devil did this to me, the devil did that, oh, his demons are this and that. And you don't realize that maybe not everything, but definitely some and lots of things aren't actually the devil's doing. It's not actually demons doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it to yourself. We condemn ourselves more than anyone in the world. We shame ourselves, right, Adam? We fear too much. We don't allow God to work. We take things upon ourselves as if we can fix something, as if we're going to fight for something, as if we can change anything. Little things, but not real things. God is change. God is love and God's life. And without Him, there isn't much. There's no life abundant, that's for sure. It's just a struggle. And people need to stop struggling. I need to stop struggling. I need to stop pretending that I'm struggling. I need to ward off this oppression by positively thinking and focusing on God and focusing on the half full part of the cup. My murmuring and everything, that's not the devil's doing. He didn't do that. That's me whining and complaining and just bumming out everybody, including myself. Your body does listen to you, I guess, and I think that we have control of this body. We just don't know how much control we actually have. We give up so easily. We'll get sick and we'll get a cold and we'll just be so down with ourselves for those couple days. Just everything's miserable. But yet when we want to do something else, or go running or set goals to lift weights or do certain or get to a certain place, we don't give up those things, do we? No, we keep pursuing, we keep going after it. We don't give up. But in other areas of our life, we give up so easily. We just get so just depressed and defeated. And so I've said for a long time, if you think you're defeated, you're defeated. Ask people if they're having a good day, and I say, are you having a good day? And they say, no, not really. Then I guess you're not having a good day, because that's what you said. I can't control your day. God can't even control your day. A lot of this power and strength, if you want to call it, is within you. You have the ability to do things yourself on your own. You have the ability to live life with love. You have the ability to condemn yourself and make your life a living hell, if that's what you choose. And not too long ago, and for some time, I've been thinking I've been living in a actual hell. So you know what I was doing? Yes. Living actual hell. Yep. Yep. Because that's what I said I was doing. So then that's what I'm doing. We're very ignorant. We don't realize how strong our brains actually are. A lot of people say that they're weak or weak-minded, or we don't have the strength to do this, or concentration that, or whatever, but yet we're saying these things with all confidence in the world, you see. We're condemning ourselves while talking about not being able to do better. But the flip side of that is you don't see that you're actually controlling your own life. It's up to you. God gave this to you, this gift, this present, this magical occurrence that made somehow this one sperm out of quadrillions and billions and billions and billions that have ever been. Somehow everyone has gone together just right to make you end up right here. Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you know why you're here? Do you want to know why you're here? Well, you're here to live. You're here to be blessed. You're here to show God's mercy and love and grace. And sometimes things happen. That's it, just sometimes things happen. But if you be faithful, if it's in God's will, not yours, but God's, He can heal you, or He can keep you exactly the same and use you to heal other people. You'll never know. You'll never know your purpose until you're all done. That's kind of annoying, being honest, but I still have to stick with it. I want to stick with it to know my purpose. I will be so sad and actually defeated if I get done with this test, this place, and I go to see God and I didn't do what I was supposed to do. You only get one chance. This is it. You actually have to live your life. And if it's not the best one in the world, try to make it. And if it's not the best in the world, then stop comparing yourself to other people in the world and just live yours. What's best for you? What makes you happy? What do you think God would want you to do? And all I know from myself and people around me and Jesse Lee is to stay calm, stay in the moment, don't dwell on the past, don't dwell on the future, stay right here where you're at, make the best of what you have. One thing I've been doing is feeling guilt and feeling rushed and lots of shame and all the negativity because of all the things that have happened that are bad in my life, that I feel I won't never have the right amount of time to fix these things. I'll never be able to go back and fix these things because my time is short now. That could again be my brain or the devil, I don't know which, but that's a lie. I'm not going to be shamed by the past. I'm going to start here and move forward. Even when I started this video, I'm here now and I move forward. I'm not even going back 21 minutes. I'm right here and I'm still moving forward. I have a wheelchair. My arms don't work. Can't even pick my own nose, but that's irrelevant. I'm talking, I'm breathing, I'm living. I'm living for God. I'm going to be blessed. I'm going to be healed. And I believe that because I want to be an example of God's love and grace and mercy. And I believe that that's what He put me here for. He put me here for a reason. And if I'm too busy murmuring, complaining about what's wrong, I'll never get to see the positive. I won't be able to bless myself. I won't receive anything. I'll never be able to bless anyone else if I'm just griping all the time. And no one will want to be around me either. So it's all kind of one and the same. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. That, again, I feel like I'm a new creature again today. And I believe I'll feel the same way tomorrow. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay in the plus. I'm going to create a loving atmosphere around me. That was a good sermon today, Adam. We have an atmosphere around us. Where we go, it follows us. We call it attitude. Whether we have attitude or you just have a positive attitude, however you look at it, there's a certain ambiance around you that you carry with you everywhere, because everywhere you go, there you are. I saw that on a shirt once. Only you can change you. God, I don't believe God can actually change you. He's given you all the tools to change yourself. He's given you everything you need for yourself. You have to use it. And I've been using it for wrong. I've been using my voice to bicker and to complain and to be negative. I'm so good at it. I'm so good at it. I practiced it for years. I made a live video the other day and I just had to erase it because it was negative. But people come on and try to talk crap or try to be whatever. I could do that with the best of them, and I should probably shut up about that because that's not a prideful thing. That's ignorant. That's like my mother told me a long time ago when I was very young, that don't be an a-hole, Sean. The easiest thing in the world to be is an a-hole. Anybody could do that. I'm going to go the opposite of that. I want to bless people. I want people to be around me because they see God in me. I want some people to not be around me because they see God in me. That's okay too. This life is wonderful. Because if you didn't have it, you'd sure miss it. If you were locked up somewhere where you couldn't comprehend things, where you couldn't smell or feel or see or touch or breathe, you'd miss it. I'm telling you. Not trying to be negative or downtrodden, but when someone tells you that your life has become very, very short, which I don't believe that anymore, but I've still got to deal with this, and I've still comprehended so many things just recently with this death sentence of fake illness or whatever that I've gotten. I've had to contemplate and comprehend so many things that I never have so deeply in my whole life. This life is wonderful. To be able to communicate and touch other people and eat and just feel. But up until recently, and even when things were going good, I've never been that positive. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing that negativity comes so much easier than positivity. I still don't understand it. I see it, I can sort of comprehend it, but I don't understand it. I don't know why it's so much harder to be nice to someone than it is to be a jerk. But yeah, it's interesting. Awesome things are happening all around us, and if you ignore it, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss awesome things. You're gonna miss so many blessings just being cooped up negative in your own house. I'm stuck in a wheelchair. I can't move my hands. I can't walk on my own. I can't pick my nose. I can't take on and off my own hat. I need glasses to see. Other side of that, I can still stand up and use my legs. I can see. I have a chair to get around. I can explore. I can breathe. I can say hi. I can communicate. I can love. I can bring joy to people. I can't tie my own freaking shoes. I can't put on my socks. I have sweet socks and shoes. It's my glass is half full, and it should really be overflowing, but that's something I've said for a while, but I'll change one of my little sayings here. Change for the good. I just want to change for the good. For the better. I want to change to be more like God. That's the only option. There is no other options. I've actually sought out and explored every other possible option that I could have. Even just recently, just with this diagnosis, I hate to keep saying stupid words, but whatever. I'm changing so much for the better. This isn't going to break me. This is going to make me better. I want to be a blessing to other people. And if that's all I get, if I don't actually ever technically get healed, then maybe I can be responsible slightly for the healing of someone else. Maybe I have to deal with this so that somebody else who can't stop going through what I was going through can see the change in me and they can be healed. If that's God's plan, That's all I've ever said. Even though I guess I didn't really believe it, I just said, God, I want your will to be done. I want your will to be done. Then something happens to me, and all I do is complain and gripe and moan and whimper about it. Like Jesse Lee said, just being a baby. Stop whining, man. Stop whining. Be here. Be now. Be present. Because when you're not those things, then you can't be a blessing to anybody. You're just tormenting yourself. And again, like Daniel said, that my brother Daniel's, you give the devil too much credit. You can't keep blaming everything on the devil. Oh, he did this to me. Did you see what he did to me? Did you see what he did to me? He's doing nothing. He's hanging out in his little hot box, and he's watching you do everything to yourself. He's watching you ruin your own life, and he's reveling in it. He relishes those moments that you're down and out. The devil loves that. I don't want the devil to love me. I want the devil to keep hating me. That's fine. If those are my two options, that's what I prefer. I prefer the devil hate my guts and is jealous of me from here to eternity. Forever. Forever. I need to stop letting him in. I need to stop being my thoughts, because I'm not my thoughts. I'm a child of God. I'm not even this brain or this body, because these thoughts are your body. Your brain is your body, and your body is your body. So that all is included in one thing, and those things aren't you. You're the thing inside that you can't see. You're the Spirit of God. You're the Holy Spirit that's in you that you can't see. You're not anything that you can see. Interesting. I'm not this stupid hand. I even need to stop that. I even need to stop condemning things and calling things negative things. I'm not my hand. I'm not my legs. I'm not my broken teeth. I'm an extension of God. I'm one of his children. And he made me. And he made me special. He made all you guys special too. I just hope you all realize it. I would say I hope you all realize it in time. But there is no end time. Now's the time. And if you're around tomorrow, tomorrow's the time. And if you're around in 37 more years, then in 37 more years, that will be the time. It's never too late. It's never too late to move forward. You don't have to keep standing still, and you don't have to keep taking steps back. But again, I just wanted to say that I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. I am blessed. Can you believe that? I've never heard anybody else in quite the same pickle say that they love this or say that they're blessed. It's the way of the world. They're just so downtrodden. I want to hear I want to hear me say to somebody that I believe in God, he works in my life, and I just found out that I have ALS, and they go, thank God, praise God, man, are you serious? That's like the worst disease in the world, thank God. And anyone else around is going to be like, what is your guys' problem? But that's great. How lucky am I to have received the worst diagnosis in the world? I'm not being mean to anyone else that has worser things, so they think, but I've looked it up and there's really nothing else worse except the way that Jesus Christ died for you. Did you know that? Can you comprehend that? I have several bad teeth right now, but even if you just have one bad tooth, one infection in your mouth, and it's bothering you, we break down. Jesus Christ came here and got beaten twice as much as someone could even live through, and then some, 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 and then got hung, and then got stabbed in the side, and then got starved out, and then we would have all given up so far before that. It's ridiculous. We're a bunch of quitters. I changed my mind. I'm going to enjoy this while I have it. I would like it to not be. I pray that God heal me, but I pray that God do His will more than just do what I want my will to be. I pray that He uses me. I thank Him that I'm blessed with this. I thank Him that I've already encouraged other people. If that's all I was here for just this last week, if that's all I was here for is just for today, right now, to talk for these 30, 40 minutes, and it did something to where I was supposed to be here and do this, thank God. Thank God, I'm so happy. That's all I'm here for. And even worst case scenario, if life and everything was just completely miserable, I'm 46. Nobody really lives to 92, so I'm halfway over. And if I think back, these 46 years flew by. They flew by. 4 or 5 years ago, I was 5 years old. I was in kindergarten, tipping back my chair, trying to be funny, make people laugh. God was like, yep, there's that little Sean. I'm gonna use that kid if He allows me. We actually have to allow God to work. Did you know that? We can stifle God's progress. I don't want to do that. God forbid I do that. We can stifle God's process. We can live without faith, without trust. We can live the other way. And we can mess up God's job, what He's trying to do. We can hinder that. That's not what I want to do. Last thing I want to do is hinder God. So, again, like Jesse Lee said, I must be still. I must be quiet. I must keep my negativity myself. I must live in the now. I have to. I'm telling you guys, I've exhausted every other resource, everything. Tried to do everything, every other single way possible on my own, and you know where it got me? Right, nowhere. Yep, you're right, nowhere. It got me unblessed. It got other people around me agitated and aggravated. It stifled God's plan. It made me unprogressive. I have no progress. I want to progress. I want to move forward. I'm moving forward. Moving forward. moving forward. That's what I'm going to keep doing. This physical body is just that. It's just a body. It's just a bag holding this stuff in. It's not even real. This is going to be dead one day. But the spirit inside here that's coming through this body voice that's communicating with you, that's real. That's not going anywhere. I'm going to live on. You know what freaks out a couple of my friends that don't believe some of the same things that I believe? Some of my non-Bible believing, non-God loving, non-God fearing friends. You know what freaks them out? Is when I say, now that you're alive, you're never going anywhere. You're never going to die. Did you know that? You're never going to die. To people like me, and Adam, and Tony, and Eugene, we relish in those thoughts. Like, really, because I thought I was going to die because this and this. No, brothers, we're never going to die. We're not going to be here forever, but we're going to be here forever. And I could understand that if you're not a God-fearing, Bible-believing man, that's scary, because I tell that to some of my brothers that aren't really brothers yet, they're my friends. I tell some of my friends, now that you're alive, you're never going to die. And it freaks them out. They want me to change the subject. That's too much. They're like, that's too much, dude. You can't. Why you always talk like that? Why you say that we're all going to die? One of these days, all this stuff is going to be over. And I'm like, you wish, dude. You wish. I don't wish. You wish, huh? Like, yep. That's why people say stuff like that. They're like, once you pass or whatever, it's just cold and black and dark and you don't even know it. It's something. That's what you want, because you're done with this life, because you don't want to progress. You don't want to move forward. You don't want to be in God's will. You want to be in your will that you've exhausted, that's gotten you nowhere, and you're done and you're finished and you're waiting for this to be over with. I, on the other hand, kind of want this to be over with, sort of, but again, not until God's done with me. But I'm so excited for what comes next. That's the only thing. It'd be like, I like Disneyland okay, and I like, when I was a kid, and I like Magic Mountain okay. But it's like, I'm in Disneyland right now, but I like Magic Mountain better. And tomorrow I'm going to Magic Mountain. I'm not going to be upset that I'm trapped in Disneyland right now. You should enjoy that when you're there. But tomorrow I get to go to Magic Mountain, which is way better. And it's for adults. That's where I'm going to go. I'm excited I get to live forever. And being that said, forever is a really long time. 96 years tops is not a long time. And that's if I live twice as long as I am right now. So let me do the best that I can right here, so I can live my best life at Magic Mountain tomorrow. Alright, brother. Love you guys, man. Stay blessed. Stay moving forward. Stop whining. Love you guys.